Welcome. So we're given a quadratic sequence, and then that's 72, 100, 120, 132, and we're required to determine the nth term of the quadratic. So we rewrite the sequence, which is 72, 100, and we have 120 and 132, and then from there, that's the sequence that we have to analyze right there. And then 100 minus 72, so that's 100 minus 72, that's 28. So you write 28 there, and that's we have 120 minus 100 is 20, and 132 minus 120, that is 12. Then that's our first difference, and the second difference is going to be 20 minus 28 is negative 8, and 12 minus 20 is negative 8. And from there, we know that that part there is 2a. It's always going to be 2a, so it's 2 times 2a, so that's going to be negative 8. So dividing both sides by 2, we have dividing both sides by 2, we have a as our a is going to be negative 8. Negative 8 divided by 4, that's negative 2, negative 4. Okay, so now 85, and then we have 3a plus b, so it's going to be 3a plus b, that's going to be equals 28, so that's 28 value there. And then what we do, we have to substitute a, so our a is negative 4, so negative 4 plus b is equals 28. So I just forgot to put 8 there, I'll come back that later. So we have 2 plus okay, that's 28. Okay, so it's gonna be 28. So we have b is equals to, let us say, 28 plus 12, so it's 3 times negative 4 is 12. To take to the right hand side is 12, so 28 plus 12 is going to be 40. So we have b is equals to 40, and from there we know that our first term there, that's equivalent to 3, it's going equivalent to a plus b plus c, giving us 72. And then we know that our a, we need to solve for our c, but our a and b is known. That means that we have negative 4 plus our b is 4g plus c, that gives us 72. And solving for c, so that would be 72. Negative 4 plus 40 is negative 36. To the right, when we change positive 36, and then we take it to the right, it's going to be negative 36. So 72 minus 36 gives us 36 as our answer. So 36 is our answer. And then from there, we write the equation. Tn is equals to the quadratic equations an squared plus bn plus c is equals a there, we just substitute that. Our a is negative 4, our b is 40, so that's negative 4 n squared plus 40 n, then our c is plus 36, so that's plus 36. That's our answer for 2.1.1. and 2. Okay, that's our equation there. That's step 2, step 3, and then step 4 and step 5. So step 1, we write the sequence and find the first difference and second difference. Second step, we actually equate 2a is equals to the second difference, negative 8. Step 3, we simplify further. 3a plus b is equals to 28, simplify, and then it takes us to the final stage, which is step 5. So those are the steps that we took. You can take lesser steps if you find your own way of simplifying things. And then that's our question. We have 72, that's our sequence there. We're required to find the 12th term of the sequence of the equivalent to the first differences and the position. So that's our information there. So remember to pause and go through the equation, you know. So our, remember that is equal to 12th term of the sequence, a term. So we want to know what term is that, you know. So that's our equation there, and our a, which is our first term, is going to be 28, and our second term, which is d, is going to be 20 minus 28, which is sex difference, which is -8. And then Tn, according to arithmetic, it's it's gonna be a plus bracket n minus 1 bracket multiplied by d. So our a is 28, and then plus our n minus 1 multiplied by -8. So we have 28 plus -8n, that's -8 times n, that's -8n, and then we have -8 times -1, which is +8, and our Tn is going to be 28 plus 8 is 36. So we're going to have -8n plus 36, and that's it. And then from there we need to know that, okay, let's say term 12. So term 12 in the first difference, that's going to be -8 multiplied by 12 plus 36, and then that means that we have, using a calculator, -8 multiplied by 12, that's -96. I mean, that's -96 plus 36, that gives us 60. And then from there we use that equation there to find that, okay, so we have -60. Do we have that value? And if that's the value we found, what position is it on the sequence? So -4n squared plus 40n plus 36 is equals -60. And then from there we have we take -60 to the left, so that's going to be -4n squared plus 40n plus 60 plus 36. So 36 plus 60, that's 96. So that's going to be +96 is equals to 0. So we took everything from the right to the left, then we actually divide both sides to change the signs. So we can divide both sides by -4. It's going to be -4, so 0 divided by -4 is 0. So we have -4 divided by 4, that's +1. Okay, so that's going to be n squared, and 40 divided by -4, that's -10 n, and then 96 divided by -4, you can use a calculator. 96 divided by -4, that's -24. So that's our -24 there is equals to 0. And then those are the two terms we look at, so we find the factor. So that's -10n -24 is equals to 0. And all we have to do now will be that we have to factor it out. So it's going to be n is equals to 0, so it's going to be -12 plus 2 as the two factors that has the middle term -10 and the product of -24. So n is 24 and n is not equals to 2. So that's our answer. So that means it's the 12th term that has the value of -60. So we've answered that. So step 1 and stuff, these are steps that we have. Just let's analyze the steps. Step 1, the sequence, and then step 2, we write the values of a and d, and that determines so we substitute in the formula. Step 3, we substitute the values of a and d. In step 4, we simplify further, so to substitute 12, and then we simplify, and 6 we simplify, and then factorize, and then finally we earn the answer. So 2.1.3, say the maximum value of a quadratic sequence, maximum value. So maximum value is a quadratic equation, so we need a quadratic graph. So it's creating a quadratic graph there, so that's the middle point. And then from the middle point we know that this is Tn as our y, our final value, so we have n there as our axis, and then we need to find the point, which is the turning point. We know that it's n for x and then Tn for y, and then we know that Tn at max we have we need to know that value. So that's the value we need to finally have. So as a result, we know that Tn is equals negative 4n squared plus 4 plus 4 plus 40n, so it's 40n plus 36. So that's our equation. And then at max, we can derive that as well, but we can just do, so at max n is equals to negative b over 2a, negative b over 2a. So that means that that's negative 4 is our a, 40 is our b, and that's going to be negative b, so it's negative 40 over it's going to be negative 40 all over 2 multiplied by our a is negative 4. That gives us negative 40 over negative 8. So the negative cancels out, so we're going to have positive number, which is 5. 40 divided by 8 is 5. So we need to know when n is 5, what is our y. So our y is going to be, we substitute 5 there, so that means that we have 5 in the x coordinate, so that's 5. So when it's 5, what is our y? Okay, so our y is going to be, we substitute our value of 5, so it's negative 4 multiplied by 5 squared plus 40 multiplied by 5 there, and then plus 36. Okay, plus 36. So that means that we have 5 squared is 25 multiplied by negative 4 is negative 100. So that's negative 100 there. So negative 100 plus 40 multiplied by 5, that's 200. So that's 200, and then we have plus 36. So negative 200. Okay, that gives us 100 plus 36. So negative 100 plus 200 is 100 plus 36 is 136. So that's our maximum value. So that means that our maximum value is our final product. So what means that all values will not exceed that value there. So it's maximum height, which interprets to the maximum value on the sequence. That means that that's our answer, but we can interpret it as a part of the turning point. So now we have 136 there as the value of y, and our x is 5. So now we can fill in the 136 for the y value. And the next is 1.4. We see that sequence there. Let's see the first difference of that. That's 28, and that also gives us 20. That gives us 12. So it's the same thing like what we had on the first difference. So that means that because it's the same sequence in the first and second difference, that means it's the same maximum. So the maximum would be 136. And that's our final answer for question 2, 2.1.1 up to 2.1.4. Thank you for watching.